everybody, it's your boy the Ace Blader here, and welcome to another YouTube news video. Today, we're going to be looking at this new video that TT dropped talking about Whale Wave and all of the gimmicks and know-how, just so you're up to date when it comes to your Beyblade knowledge. Now, I'm actually very excited about this, and I don't want to just completely steal, but I don't have any references, so I'm not going to play the audio, but I will use this for like reference screenshots, as you can see here. So here we have Whale Wave, which I might be getting this Beyblade. I'm not too sure myself yet, but the main one I'm actually really looking forward, because this Beyblade reminds me of Grand Cetus. Beyblade X has been going through a lot of old Metal Fight avatars. I mean, we have a Phoenix, we have Arrow Pegasus, we have, well, Dragoon not technically, but we're getting El Drago. A lot of old avatars are basically coming back, and I'm pretty sure Plastigen didn't have a whale, so it's nice to see, like, in a way, Grand Cetus come back with this Beyblade. But it's kind of the end point there, I was kind of ranting about nostalgia, but these colorways I'm actually very excited about. For the first time, I'm actually not too mad about any of these other choices. I'm kind of frustrated that it's a random booster select, but you can only do so much when it comes to this. TT is a corporation and wants to make profit so we can get another season. But if you don't want random booster selects to continue, then the best method for that is to just buy your Beyblade secondhand at a much more expensive price. Unfortunately, they'll still make money, but they won't make as much money. So as you can see, I pulled up the black here. Here's the white variant, which I don't know. I'm not feeling the white too much. Not feeling the white too much. Again, you have this 5-bladed protrusion type here, and the render here, like the photo here that you're seeing, doesn't really give it all of the justice that you're gonna see when it comes to the weight of it, or more the shape. Kind of looks more like Nepstrius, if that makes sense. And then here is the main colorway with the red core, clear blue. You can tell this has main character energy. Now, this is very exciting because they get more into it here, and you can tell with more detail in this specific screenshot that, like, this here, these kind of go out. When I first saw this on Bays and Bricks before this video dropped, I thought that this would be a defense or maybe even like more of a balance type, and I think I was more right about balance, but honestly I feel like you could use this as an attack type wheel. In here, as you can see, they pull up Weiss Tiger, which I didn't realize that it was this hollow of a layer, but you can see the difference when it comes to this. Like, there's more width. With Weiss Tiger, it's gonna be way smaller. This is gonna extend more. So I don't know, it could be useful as an attack layer at the very least, if at anything else. I mean, a lot of Beyblade X's like aggressive attack layers, they attack. They're gonna outdo you. And honestly, we're lucky that Cobalt Dragoon isn't that good of a layer to begin with. Because if Cobalt Dragoon was practical in anything other than equalization, I don't know what we would do. But that's kind of besides the point here. And as I was saying earlier, with this highlighted area, they actually highlighted it, and you can kind of tell here where my cursor is. I'm gonna try to zoom in later in post, but you can see here it kind of goes down and protrudes out. There we go. As you can see, now you can really see what I'm talking about. This is gonna go down. We are gonna have upper attack, but also I'm gonna try to keep a reference image over here somewhere. This kind of reminds me of the shape of Spiral Capricorn, if you guys were there during Metal Fight. Now, it's unfortunate that there's plastic contact points, but it has to be balanced, otherwise this thing would kind of be broken. I don't have a Beyblade off the top of my head that this does remind me of, but it does remind me of a Beyblade that was shaped like this and didn't have anything like that. It was an absolute monster. I can't remember the name though, but I'm pretty sure it was Metal Fight. And I actually don't know what they're talking about right here, but I'm guessing they're talking about this bump up here. If you angle it down and it's doing a flower pattern in the stadium, then you could still get really good hits. It's kind of like what they were going for with Leon Claw's design, which is a Beyblade that I actually own myself, with that whole like, oh, claw upper or whatever. The most Beyblade gimmicks from the anime don't really work that well IRL. And this is going to be the combo that we're getting with the black version. We're getting 70 high needle, which I'm not very excited about this, because I actually own both of these parts already. I own Night Lance. I have 470, I have 460, I have 480. So it's not anything that I'm really looking forward if I'm trying to get this color weight. If you need high needle or you need a 470, then hey, 470 is not that bad of a ratchet. It's right in the middle. In high needle, I don't know how competitive it is, but I'm pretty sure it's a good enough part. And if we keep going, as you can see, we're getting 380 gear ball, which I have so many 380s, dear God. And honestly, I kind of, the white here is kind of growing on me with this combo more. I kind of like this like white clearish type ratchet here. I'm falling in love with the ratchet color, but I'm not a fan of the ratchet itself. And gear ball is a part that I don't have yet, so if I did pull this one, I wouldn't be too mad at it. But what, you know, everybody's actually here for the main combo here, which is going to be 580 and then elevate. I'm pretty sure it's either elevator or elevate, which is incredibly interesting. This reminds me of Wave, and there's some MFB tip. I'm gonna see if I can put it up on screen here. If it's not up, then I don't remember, but I know that there was an MFB tip that kind of reminds me of this. I think it might have Fusion Hades, maybe. I'm not too sure, but 580 as a ratchet is not that exciting. You know, you kind of want the least amount of contact points when it comes to it, but you need it to be well balanced. So I guess 5 and then 5 bladed makes sense, but this kind of feels like a reskin more of like Leon Claw. This is kind of what it's feeling like to me. This Beyblade kind of feels more like Leon Claw compared to like anything else. I mean, it's literally 580. We're getting a 5-bladed upper attack. We have these big bumps at the top of the Beyblade that are good for hitting your opponent and like really knocking your opponent out. That's what you're really trying to go for here. So that's unfortunate. But this part here, this elevator, whichever one it is, the main gimmick here, and I'm pretty sure they actually show it off in a display here. As you can see, I'm gonna let the video play for a little bit. So the Beyblade here is gonna start here, and you see this big ridge, and you're thinking, what is going on here? So basically, the Beyblade is gonna go towards the extreme line as shown here, and then it's gonna have to be forced up if it wants to extreme ride. So that's gonna be extremely interesting. It feels really gimmicky to me. It's actually incredibly gimmicky, especially since this is only the first season. But to be honest, we had Yale Jormungand in Beyblade Burst. That was a whole like free spinning cyclone weird thing, and I still don't own that Beyblade to this day. So, you know, first season and all that, it doesn't really matter because there's always going to be gimmicky drivers when it comes to Beyblade. But I'm excited to see how this is going to play out. Just competitively. Like, it could be a meme part and it could be really bad, and the circle could just, you know, make you lose control. I mean, one concern that I'm having already just theorizing about this in competitive Beyblade is, since there's a grip on the stadium from the tip, it's less likely for the Beyblades to fly off of the rail. But since this Beyblade is going to be up on the rail and that's it, you're relying on this outer wheel or this upper wheel up here to carry your momentum around the stadium without any issue. So if the Beyblade kind of gets hit or anything, I feel like you're just going to be sent flying, which is going to be an issue. I wouldn't know, unfortunately, and we're gonna have to look at the test battles to see how that goes. So I'm gonna let this one play. Again, TT, please do not sue me. I don't make any money off these videos. But as you can see, like, you kind of have an idea. You can go around, and it does X dash. But again, what I was talking about earlier with that lack of control, you can see at this point over here where my cursor is, it just kind of bounces around the stadium. It's not really X dashing. It's more like perusing around town a couple times. And because of the elevate, it completely missed this over here, the redirect zone towards the center, towards Wizard Rod, which is not good, because in Beyblade X, this exit zone over here, that's all you're going for as in attack time. You're going here, you're going here, you're going here, or you're bursting. If you can't get over that wall and get that knockout, then there's no point of even running the driver. And control, I feel like, is really gonna be an issue when it comes to this Beyblade. You know, sometimes I feel like it could still perform well, but I'm just a tiny bit worried. Let me know how you guys feel about that in the comments down below, if you think that the Beyblade is gonna perform any better than I'm doing it. You know, I tend to get a lot of flack for being a sort of pessimist when it comes to these sort of things, especially when it comes to Beyblade releases or anything official. But I just try to look at things from an analytical perspective, and I like taking in as much knowledge as I can when it comes to these Beyblades and Beyblade knowledge. Which also, if you see right there, this is hollow, which is just kind of bad. I don't expect TT to use however much money. This could probably cost a cent, but in a mass-produced sense, 1 cent, even 3 cents can save a lot of money, especially with the amount of product that Beyblade usually ships out, like just worldwide in general. I mean, sorry. So if that's gonna be hollowed out, I think it's gonna be either a downward suction sort of thing like downforce, or it's gonna be even harder to control. Okay, so it's about the same height as Taper, and then here it has this point here. So yeah, this kind of reminds me, this kind of feels like a very just modified Leon Claw, which is both exciting and worrying, because I do like Leon Claw. And this is going to be surprising for a lot of people, one of my favorite X-Bays, so I'm probably going to pick this up. But also, if it seems this similar already, Whale Wave is sort of feeling to me how a Hasbro like fan releases. Whale Wave kind of seems extremely inspired, and I'm actually glad that I went for it here, because I was almost going to completely miss this here. These ridges here help with burst resistance when it comes to Beyblade X. Elevate has barely, if any, which means that you're going to be so much more likely to burst here. Nothing is going to click. You're going to be so much more likely to burst. So not only are you trading control for this gimmick, you're trading your power to survive as a balance or attack type, or whatever you want to use in this combo. But it's always exciting seeing this, and you know, they're gonna have these battles here, which I guess we'll let 1 or 2 of these play out in the background as I continue speaking. But as you can see, I'm just gonna say here, I'm just analyzing this. I'm not trying to be negative, but this Beyblade is kind of just it's not controlling well. I've had stamina types go around the ridge easier than this Beyblade has. And these are supposed to be the battles that are supposed to make you want to buy the Beyblade. So this is a little worrying. If Wizard Rod wins this, somehow Whale Wave. I guess life after death is going to be important with this driver. I guess that's what the main draw of it is going to be. But I guess we'll see here. We're getting some big hits. But again, as you can see here, even if they got that overfinish right here, they probably could have gotten it sooner, but they completely missed and almost KO'd right here. If they hadn't of like, I'm pretty sure they bounced off of, and in WBO rules, I'm pretty sure, oh no, it was just barely. But in WBO rules, if you hit here, I'm pretty sure you just lose. So I don't know. And again, you do have that point that you can launch on for all that, but I don't know. I'm kind of excited, but I'm just a little bit nervous regarding it. Let me know how you guys feel about this in the comment section down below, and if you're gonna pick up this random booster or if you're gonna pass on it. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I feel like there's gonna be more exciting releases, especially with El Drago coming out soon, which I'll probably make a video about that anyways sometime soon. Maybe not. Do not quote me, but you know, I don't have it in my hand, so I can't say. But before release, I'm gonna give this probably a 6, because it's at least appealing. So if you enjoy balance types, maybe you can pick this up and have more fun with it than me, and let me know if you have more fun than me, and maybe I'll pick it up myself. But until next time, I hope you enjoyed this news update. please hit the like button and hit the subscribe button if you enjoyed. It really does help out the channel. I mean, I have like 12 subscribers right now. I will try to be as consistent as I can with news content on this channel, regardless of if the videos do well or not. And I will see you all later. Ace Blader signing out.